everyone, welcome back to Stranger's Story. And today we are on the episode where we talk about leaders creating history. Today we have somebody with us who has been an educationalist from past 36 years and is now serving the community with his new initiative, which is absolutely free of cost for anything related to school problems. So if you're a student, teacher, or anybody, a stakeholder of a school, then he is there to help you, support you with any kind of problems. So, welcome to the channel, Mr. Alok. Welcome to Stranger Story.
Thank you, Falak. Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to come on the channel, and we really wanted to know about your journey, and maybe there's somebody out there who can get inspired from you. So, are you ready with the interview?
Definitely. First of all, I am very thankful to you for calling me to your channel, Stranger Story, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. Start with your childhood. How was it like? Did you always wanted to become a teacher or a principal or wanted to get into the education field? How was your childhood like, and what was your aim when you were growing up?
My birthplace is Jammu. My childhood was not quite different. It was just like the childhood of every kid belonging to a middle class family. At that time, you know the resources were limited and the families were nuclear, but the social bonding, I tell you, was superb. With regard to the aim, I would like to tell you that goals set by the present generation and the ones used to be considered in my teenage period were quite distinct. Today, where children have access to all the ready information on Google, we used to consult our teachers and parents. But parents used to be busy in their own social commitments. So, personal touch and care for each child were not that visible due to the large number of children in almost all families.
Yeah.
However, I wanted to become an investigating officer, I tell you very frankly.
Really?
Whereas my father used to tell me that you would become a lawyer due to my logical and rational observations on different family matters, even. And I still remember a story I would like to share with you.
Please go ahead.
Uh, I was having some different view in during my conversation with my late father, and I received a slap on my face. Perhaps my father felt little uncomfortable with my disagreement on some issue. This was the scenario how we used to live in society, and this was the way we used to fix our aims and all that. You see.
Okay, I mean, yeah, of course, that was a different era that you're coming from, and but there definitely I see there is a an overlap with that generation and now that even now parents are busy with their social lives, so that has
Definitely.
not really changed. Moving
Yes.
ahead, what was the if I ask what was the biggest lesson that your parents taught you?
My father was an educationist. I mean, mother was also an educationist, and we were taught to help the needy with your available resources, to work with honesty and wisdom of calling spade a spade.
Yeah.
After my retirement as principal in 2021, although I'm still working with the DAV College Managing Committee, New Delhi, in the capacity of assistant regional officer, but consistent with the social commitments, I'm trying to help people, and I'm trying to help people with whatsoever little knowledge and experience I have. I would like to elaborate on it further. Yes, very simple example is that, for example, two people are playing the game of hand power. Okay, if I know the art of hand power and give my advice to one person, and he finally wins the competition, it does not mean that I am or I have worked against the other party. All coaches and professionals do charge for their advice, but my SPS venture is fully free of cost for helping others only. I do receive queries on my email, alokpetab19 at gmail.com in this regard. So that's the way I am working.
So we will definitely talk about the SPS, which is the school problem solution, down the line. I mean, within the interview. But I would again like to take you back because we started with your childhood, and now I'm really curious to know, like from your childhood, what intrigued you to become an educationalist? I mean, how did you step into the field of schools or any educational institute? So what was in your mind that time?
Frankly speaking, Palak, during my teenage years, I used to say one thing that I would become anything except a teacher.
Really?
Yes, frankly, it was not my passion,
Okay.
but definitely, as we all call it, is prefixed. But when I entered this profession, I started learning from the day one I started teaching. That's the beauty of this profession. Shortly, I realized that this is the only suitable profession for me. Perhaps due to my upbringing by my parents, who were also teachers, as I told you. Uh, at the very same time, today I feel that it is the only profession where one gets the opportunity to refine, educate, and teach future generations and deal with human beings rather than any commodity. All our guides, gurus, leaders, and professionals are the product of teachers and the parents, and the first teacher, who is known as the first teacher of every child. Therefore, I am very much satisfied and proud to be a teacher.
Of course, and we are proud of you. And all the teachers listening to this video, I'm really sure that they are proud of themselves that they're able to serve and give back to the community in terms of passing on the lessons of life or even the bookish knowledge. So everything matters. Moving on. Now let's come to your SPS that you started a free consultancy in order to help people and stakeholders of school setups. So what is the idea behind that and who all are able to, I mean, who should be contacting you and what kind of problems do you solve?
An idea to start this campaign struck my mind during the COVID period.
I see.
When I observed that most of the people are working from home, all the teachers and other employees in various organizations, they were working online. Since I was working as principal in the DAV organization and I was not allotted any regular teaching periods like other teachers,
Yeah.
therefore I took this opportunity and started this SPS channel to help and share my experience and information on the current education topics, including explanation of the CBSE circulars and Ministry of Education circulars and valuation rules during the COVID period. Now, I wish to devote extra time to create more awareness about the rights and duties of all stakeholders, especially working in this education sector.
Amazing. This is one of the most unique initiatives that I have come across so far. Because we need to find the loopholes that are there in the society. And when it comes to our schooling and education system, there are definitely not just one but many. So it is commendable that somebody has taken that initiative, and that is you. And I'm fortunate to have you on my channel and share this with all the viewers. I see that with your journey, of course, there must be instances in your life, professional or personal, where you might have faced a lot of challenges. So, can you just share maybe an example of a challenge or an obstacle that you faced, and how did you overcame that? So, my intention of asking this question to you is that I'm sure that there'll be a lot of not just teachers but students who will have a life ahead, and I just want to pass on the message that how they can overcome the obstacles in their lives.
Well, it's a very good question because I personally feel that challenges and difficult times are a part of everybody's life.
Yep.
And I was not an exception, I tell you. Uh, Unfortunately, I was trapped in some false cases by some people about a decade ago. Due to this, I growing career graph in the DAV organization was put on hold.
Yeah.
Finally, with the grace of God and the blessings of my well wishers and the seniors in my organization, And because of the legal justice in our country, I gracefully came out of all the previous issues. And regarding how I overcome, I would like to say that it all depends on your firmness, commitment, emotions, and state of mind. All these become and remain activated if you are on the path of truth. Otherwise, you cannot stand for long. If you are wrong or have committed anything wrong. Therefore, we all should follow the path of truth and must help others with no expectation at all. It is not new that people will take your help and forget thereafter. There is a very famous couplet in our Shri Bhagavad Gita, a holy book, which is on a divine conversation between the Lord Krishna and the Arjun. The sum of the Gita is that we all are what we are because of the help and guidance of others. And if we do not repay these debts in any form, especially in the form of love and respect, we are no better than thieves. So, therefore, we have and we must pay our debts to our seniors, elders, and to those gurus, those who guided us throughout.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to hear and remind yourself of such good deeds, such positive thoughts. Maybe we all know this, but sometimes just a reminder really helps. And I'm sure that this is going to help somebody listening to the video today. Talking about obstacles, so in this time and age, mental health is one of the biggest concern. And I, being a mental health advocate, I always make sure that on my channel we talk about it because it's not a taboo. So, how did you take care of your mental health in the times that you were going through, or even now? Because this is a consistent issue that we see in the society now.
Definitely, yes. Definitely, yes. As we all know that some of the standard principles to maintain good mental health are just physical exercise, proper diet, good sleep, meditation, है ना? So these are, and positive thinking rather, and many more. Uh, we shall be grateful to the God that most of the things are available free of cost. Despite that, despite this fact, mental health, I tell you, is becoming a major cause of concern in this era. From my point of view, remaining happy is the most powerful thing for good mental health. We get happy with the positive remarks from others, and we get disturbed by the negative remarks even by the same person after some time.
Yeah, true.
It means that we have no control over our emotions and state of mind, as we have allowed others to decide over and play with our state of mind.
Absolutely.
Actually, me a lot of happiness when I guide and give
Help
my
others.
share my experience with others. This
Yeah.
gives me lot of strength, happiness, and this is the secret of my good mental health. I tell you.
And I really feel delighted listening to you because you are retired now. Not fully. I know you're still working because you are a workaholic. So that's what I could sense. But then there are people who have a lot of concerns when they leave their jobs and they're like, maybe we're alone, but you're still keeping but you're still trying to spread that inspiration around. So I do have a lot of more questions for you, but I would leave it for the viewers to comment below all the questions that you have for Mr. Alok, and maybe we can have him for the second round of this interview with all the questions that you guys pass on our way. And I definitely would like to have an in-person interview next time. And
Palak, I would like to add one more line here.
yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, Actually, we were talking about the mental health. So I told you that remaining happy is the key to good mental health. Uh, I would like to touch one line here. Keep smiling is the mantra I learned from my boss. My boss in the DAV head office my boss in the DAV College Managing Committee used to say, and still he believes in, that keep smiling. And keep smiling is the mantra I learned from my boss. And keep others smiling is an extension form of the same mantra I am trying to follow.
Is there any way, let's say there is some organization like a school system, maybe outside India, if they need support or services from your end, because it's a free service, and like I believe that there would be many interested. So is that open? Are you open for international?
Definitely, till my health and my resources limited with me, allow me, I am ready for every help to anybody if I can.
Thank you for joining in today, and we hope to see you next time. It was a really insightful and impressive journey that you've shared with us today, and I hope to pass the message on to the viewers, and maybe it helps them in some way.
Thank you, Palak, very much for taking me on your channel. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you.
Thank you.